Welcome to the Warning Track Power Hour. I'm Andrew Scaff. He's Mike Werman. He's a medieval historian. I'm a biochemist. Today we're going to be talking about the NFL divisional round of the playoffs. How excited are you, Mike?
I'm very excited. I'm even more excited perhaps to be back at another Warning Track Power Hour. We had a little bit of a hiatus due to our busy schedules, but we've coming on strong again in the new year. One of the things we wanted to do this installment of Warning Track Power Hour was introduce a betting competition between Andrew and me. And I think we were going to have if we had $100 to bet on each game, how would we bet? And we were going to use the criteria we could bet on either the spread of the game or the over under or both.
Split it however you want, right?
Split it however we wanted it, yeah. And we tried this out kind of theoretically. We're filming this on Monday night. On Sunday, during the or just before the Browns Steelers game, where the Steelers were favored by 5.5, and the over under was 47, 48. It was
48, I think. Yeah,
it was low. We both went with the under. I think I did 60 on the under, or 70 on the under, and
70 on the under.
75 on the under. And then we split on our spread picks. I thought Cleveland might keep it close, maybe even win. I didn't expect what happened to happen. Andrew thought that Cleveland would probably fall apart like they usually do in big games. So he picked the Steelers at minus 5.5. I picked the Browns plus 5.5. And so I bet $30 on the Browns to cover. So that won. So that made that. So I started with $100 and I ended up with $60, which beat Andrew's $0 that he was left with. So
it was a bizarre game. I don't feel bad about losing those 100 theoretical dollars, but
yeah,
I'm not happy about it. But
yeah, and so we thought maybe we could do that on each of the other games. So we decided, well, let's maybe put 100 on each of the games rather than just 100 over the weekend. And so we have the first.
I think the idea though is that we've got $100. Whatever happens with it goes into a theoretical bank that we then can carry over and see how we do next time too, or from week to week too. So we can test our own strategies.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll each have 100
do against each other with the same scenario each time. Sorry,
it goes back to our old middle school
stock out of the bank. It's just a new theoretical $100 for every time we do this.
Yeah. It goes back to our old stock market game that we played in
basically
in high school.
Yeah, so it allows us to test our betting strategies without actually risking or possibly losing any money, right?
Yeah.
But also allows us to compete against each other without having anything real on the line except for pride.
Pride, yes.
I guess that
our fragile pride. So let's talk. Okay, so we have Rams, Packers. Packers as of now anywhere favored by 6.5 at home. Over under is 46. Do you want to go first, Andrew?
How about I'll take this game first. You take the next game first.
Okay, sounds good.
Back and forth. I think I've got ideas of what I'm going to do for each of these games, but I'm kind of making this up as I go.
As am I.
I do think that this game is going to be relatively higher scoring with the low over under number. So I think I'm going to put more on. I'll say that $75 on the over, and I'll take the other 25. I'm going to take the Packers minus 6.5.
Okay, I kind of like that strategy. I also like the over because the Packers can score a lot of points quickly. I think a 35-20 game or something like that isn't too out of the realm of possibility. That would be 55, so that would be well
over. Yeah,
it would have to be like you
only need a 27-20.
Yeah, even a 31-17 would push me over. I like the over as well.
So yeah, do you feel stronger about the over than and
I want to go.
with the point.
I'm partly because you picked the Packers. I'm going to pick the Rams. Because again, I don't feel that strong about the Rams. I'm gonna go 20 Rams, $20 on the Rams, at plus 6.5, and then 80 on the over.
Wow. So
80 on the
much stronger about the points.
Yeah, on that one, I think that's
even
too
with the Rams defense.
Yeah, a 20, yes, the 27-20 game is, like you said, is going to be over. 20, I could see 28-24 easily. I could even see I could even see the Packers scoring 30, and then that would kind of.
Okay, it could be like a 42-7 game or something, and that's still.
It could be that even. I still like the Rams to keep it close. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good bet or not, but it's only 20. I figure I could make a little bit of separate from you a little bit, and I won't lose too much from you if it doesn't happen. So especially if the over hits for me. If the over hits for me on that one, I'm up that game anyway. It doesn't really matter what I.
Right.
Well,
that's what the strategy is. Like you're playing against me though too, right?
Yeah.
It's not just, and you're not actually risking any actual money.
Yeah.
So this is.
I still think Sean McVay can stun his old student out in Florida, young student. I guess they're about the same age, probably, aren't they? They're both younger than me.
They're not that far apart.
Maybe they're about our age. All right.
So game 2 then, Baltimore Buffalo, over under 50. Buffalo -3.
All right. So I like the Ravens in that game. Ravens +3. I also, but I like the under. I think in this game, I think if the Ravens, it's like the Tennessee game was only 20-13. I think the Buffalo can score a lot of points, but I think I'm not. Again, I think though maybe that the Ravens could. I could see one of those teams getting blown out too, and then that would hurt the over/under. So I'm going to say Ravens +3. I'll say it. I'll do.
Yeah, do you have more confidence in one?
I'm going to say 50. I'm going to say 50 on the Ravens +3 and 50 on the under.
Yeah, I guess if somebody goes really bold with a pick, if they make their pick first, the other guy could just split the picks evenly, split it 4 ways.
No, we can't. That sounds funny. You can't go both the over and the under.
Why not? You could. You just end up with your $100 back.
Well,
two bets fail, 2 bets.
Maybe we should institute the juice. Yeah, the vig. that would discourage that sort of betting, because then you'd lose 10% each time. But
what I think is funny though is I was thinking about doing the same thing, but with the complete opposite picks.
Okay.
With the 50-50 anyway. But now again though, we're playing against each other. So picking one of them the same and one of them different could be a strategy too.
Yeah. But you might think that I get one right and you might get one right this way rather than, and that would be a tie.
Well, you could just say we're going to punt on one of them. I don't like that strategy. I am going to split it 50-50.
Okay.
Because I don't have a lot of confidence in the outcomes of the game. But I do think it is going to be a relatively high scoring game. So I do want to take the over.
You think it's over? Okay, over.
I also think that Buffalo's offense is better than Baltimore's defense. So I do think it's going to be relatively high scoring, and it's going to be maybe a bit of a shootout. So I think I like Buffalo.
Buffalo in the over. I'm Ravens in the under.
Yep.
Okay, so we are completely different on that one.
Yeah, same. So, but we're not really confident in either outcome, because we are putting our bets exactly down the middle.
Yeah.
with the 50-50. Like in the previous game, we're both more confident that they're going to score more points, but we're not confident in who's like being able to cover the spread anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. How about KC Cleveland? We talked a little bit about quite a lot about this game, and maybe a little bit about which way we're leaning. But
this is one that I don't like betting on my own team.
Me neither. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm confident that the Chiefs are going to win. I'm not terribly confident that they're going to cover a 10-point spread because they have not played
to
cover spreads. And like, I think this could be a pretty high scoring game. So I think I'm going to take the over on this again.
Okay. Over. What do you say for over? How much?
But then it's like, yeah, how much money do you put on the game that's for your own team? Like, I want to bet on my own team. I'm gonna take the. All right, I'm gonna put 70 on the over, and I'm gonna put 30 on Cleveland, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Plus 10.
Okay.
I don't like it. That's just what I'm going with.
Yeah, I like the over more than the spread as well. I am going to, but the Chiefs, again, they have not covered very much well. Plus 10, it's not the best number. The number I think started at plus 8.5. Cleveland was plus 8.5 underdog. The money seems to be going towards the Chiefs. The public likes the Chiefs, which is usually a bad sign. The public does worse usually than the
books.
Than the books. But again, the Chiefs won every playoff game last year by more than 10 points. Even with a bad start, they won every game by more than 10 points. They probably shouldn't maybe have won the Super Bowl by more than 10 points, but they did. The other two games, they were ahead most of the game and second half anyway, and it wasn't that close. But I'm also going to go. I'm going to say the Chiefs are going to cover. I think they'll cover. I think the Chiefs are, let's do, 56 is a high total. It's a very high total.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
You'd need a 40, 30 to 26, 30 to 27 game would get you there. 35, but a 35-20 would not, which I think is a possibility. If the Chiefs and Cleveland has a tendency though to either score a lot or not score very much at all. So that over under is really. I liked the over thinking at first, but then now I'm thinking maybe I like the under.
Right, because the Chiefs defense could come out and hold Cleveland down a lot too, and if they do that, the offense doesn't have to score as much.
Let's just think. I'm thinking of the playoff games last year. 31-20 was the score of the Super Bowl. That's a 51. That's under. 35-24 was the AFC Championship game. That's over.
The Chiefs did average just under 30 points a game this season.
And 51-31 was the Texans game, so that's way over. So the Chiefs. I could see the Chiefs scoring 40 over. I am going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs and the over. I'm going to do Chiefs and either the over. So let me do the Chiefs first. I think at -10. I'm going to bet the Chiefs. I'm going to bet the Chiefs 50. And I'm not super confident on either of these actually. So I bet the Chiefs -10 at 50. And
$50 again on the
50 on. I'm gonna do 50 on the under. I'm gonna take the under again.
So we're up again, completely opposite here. We got our dollars are split a little differently, but
This is a game. If I were actually bet, I wouldn't bet on this game either way. This is one of those things like I don't feel like And I like the Chiefs too much. I can't look at this game objectively.
Yeah.
And also, I would just be scared of the Chiefs either way. I could see them as like
Yeah.
there's no they're not predictable really in terms of how much how hard they'll play or how much I am more confident about things like I do think I like the Ravens better. I like the and I think I'm more confident about the spread of the next game too than I would be. I don't know if I'd really bet either. And the over under maybe of the Green Bay game, I like the over probably more than just about anything.
Yeah. Agreed.
So yeah, I'll do 50 on Kansas City -10 and 50 on the under. Because I think it could be a 41-14 game, and that would be 55. And that's under. So I could see a blowout. I could see the Chiefs blowing the Browns out. But I could also see I can even see a 27-20 game or something. I that's a lot of points to me. But I think they can easily. But again, look at what the Steelers and Browns did last week, and what the Browns did with the Ravens. They scored tons.
Well, I mean, if it's typical Chiefs of this season, they could put 35 up fairly early, and then give up 14 points late, just enough to not cover the spread.
Yeah.
But hit the over, but not.
Yeah.
Even though they've completely dominated the game.
Yeah, I could lose both of these pretty easily.
Not finish it.
Yeah.
Hold on to
As the guys at VSEN say, it's always under until it's over. So you can, if you're an under better, it's you have sometimes there's going to be a point for much of the game it's going to be under, and so you just got to keep it under. Whereas for over, there has to be something that happens.
Yeah.
And so.
Like in the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game where the very first play ends up being a touchdown for the other team.
Yeah.
So that looked bad for the under.
Yeah. But
12 seconds into the game, right?
Yeah, but it took a while to get it over, even with that though. So.
But then it was like way.
Then it was way up. Then it's one of those things where you can find out early. The over under is sometimes nice because you can find out early in the game. Especially if it's an over, you can find out early. But sometimes if it's an under, you can there's a back. You can't get a backdoor under. You can get a backdoor over. So
are you going to take this what you're just talking about here into this fourth game with Tampa New Orleans?
Tampa New Orleans. Okay. You want
over under of 52.
Over under 52.
New Orleans favored by 3. So New Orleans
I'm gonna take Tampa with +3 here. I'm gonna say 70 on Tampa. Over under 52. I'm gonna go with the under. 30 on the under. 70 in Tampa. 30 on the under.
I think I'm gonna take the under also. This will be the one game I take the under on. Does that mean all of the games are gonna go the other way?
Probably.
Apparently, based on our preseason, I was terrible yesterday, so that's what.
Well, I wasn't much better. I just one of us if we pick.
You ended up with fake money, and I ended up with no fake money. So.
If we pick opposite sides, one of us has to win.
It's true. That's what I kind of like that concept where.
Unless it's a push, which. Yeah.
I think I'm more confident in the under than I am confident in the winner.
I guess we could have pushes on 7 out of 8 of the bets because there's only only one of them has a half point. That's the 6.5 Packers spread. So that
right. All right, I'm gonna put. I'll just make I'll do the opposite. I'll do 70 on the under and 30 on New Orleans -3. Okay. So we're complete opposite on we both got unders, but we have different confidence in the under.
Yeah.
And we have opposite teams.
Yeah, different confidence levels. Yeah,
opposite confidence.
I guess I understand why you picked New Orleans with their front four. That makes sense to me. I just don't think New Orleans looked very good against Chicago. And I don't know how many points they can score.
Yeah, I think it's more of New Orleans. I think New Orleans defense will do better controlling Tampa's offense, and that'll keep the game low scoring, and then make it more likely that New Orleans will stay in it and have a chance to win anyway. And I'm pretty sure Taysom Hill's going to make a big play.
One way or the other. Which team is going to make the big play?
Is there? Can we put like a prop bet on
Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
Taysom Hill. Or okay. How about this? Taysom Hill. More touchdowns or more fumbles?
Ooh. And it's a.
Do you want to spread between the two, or do you want to say?
Is this a separate theoretical $500?
Sure.
Touchdowns or turnovers?
Yeah, turnovers or touchdowns. Yes, turnovers.
I will take. I'm gonna take touchdowns.
All right, I'm gonna take turnovers.
Taysom Hill touchdown. What if it's a push though? If it's 1-1.
We just
So it's $100 directly on this.
Yeah.
On this particular. Yeah. No, I like it.
This season he has. Let's see. I'm gonna look at his stats again.
We had what three fumbles and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's fumbled 7 times, only lost 3 of them.
Yeah.
So it's a turnover. Yeah, because I guess he could fumble it and not lose it. So yeah, he is.
Would be great is if it ends up being like. Okay, does his throwing for a touchdown count then too, or does he have to actually put it in himself?
So I think touchdown pass counts or touchdown scored.
Okay.
Is that all right?
What if he passes it, deflects off of a defensive player, he catches himself, so he gets a passing and a receiving touchdown in the same play?
So
does that count twice?
I think each one counts. Yes. However, the score marks up. So he has 4 touchdowns.
It's only 1 actual touchdown, but it would count as both stats, right?
He has 4 touchdown passes this year. He has 8 rushing touchdowns.
That's more.
And 1 receiving touchdown. So 13 touchdowns he's accounted for.
That's more than his turnovers.
He has 1 interception, 2 interceptions, 5 fumbles lost, 7, 8 if you include the playoffs.
Right. No touchdowns yesterday.
No touchdowns. 13.
13 to 8.
13 to 8. And that was including his starting quarterback time where he can kind of rack up touchdowns more than he would normally. He's not going to start.
And turnovers too, though, right?
I guess so. But his turnovers kind of came.
They did come early.
He had
like 1 in like each of the first 3 or 4 games or something, didn't he?
He had 1 against Green Bay. He had a fumble lost. He had 1 against San Francisco, 2 fumbles, 1 lost against San Francisco, and he didn't have any passes that game. Then he was quarterback 4 games in a row. He had 5 fumbles, 2 lost, 2 interceptions, and 4 touchdown passes. So he had the opportunity. 2 interceptions plus 5 fumbles, 7 possible turnovers. So I'd say it's a pretty close thing. He's lucked out on some of his fumbling, I think. But in the
I think what we've got though here is this interesting. We've got 9 different bets that we've made here.
mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of differences between what we picked. This should be interesting to see how we do in this.
And I don't think
chances are one of us will do really well in one game, and
I think it'll probably even out. It might come down to the Taysom Hill.
Very well could. Right,
But yeah,
Brett
his
McGuire.
he had the kind of intercepted fumble against that was counted as a fumble rather than an interception.
Yeah, I saw the play and then I heard that it was a fumble. I thought it looked like an interception to me. I didn't know.
It was caught before it hit the ground, so it didn't matter. I looked
Yeah.
like so. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I think neither of us is a Taysom Hill fan. I guess we could say. You are a little more bullish.
I specifically am because it annoys you.
I think we have some interesting bets and some interesting possibilities for this weekend. I'm sure one of us will come out on top. At least
I don't think we're gonna end up tied. That's what it should be.
I don't think so either. I think it still might come down to the Taysom Hill prop bet, where you say he has more touchdowns than turnovers. I say the other way around. And
$100 fake dollars on that bet.
$100 fake dollars. So it's $500 fake dollars total that we bet each. And I'll be surprised if either of us ends up with
$500
coming in.
500 fake dollars. Yes, in our fake bank.
The dangers of gambling, but especially when the best way to make money gambling is be choosy about which bets you want to make, and we were not. We bet.
I'm pretty sure the old adage is if you're not sure what to bet 9 things. Right?
Yes. There's also that bit. This is on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Did you see Norm Macdonald was talking about? He had this joke. He goes, "Well, I had a really bad day at betting today. I sports betting. I bet 6 out of 6 on football. I lost 6 out of 6 on football. I lost 4 out of 4 on baseball. 5 out of 5 on basketball." And the other guy goes, "How about this soccer game coming up?" He goes, "Soccer? I don't know anything about soccer." Anyway, we had I think a rather spirited debate about Taysom Hill and about the 4 football games coming up. Sometimes we agreed, sometimes we didn't, and we'll see who comes out victorious come Sunday night. Until then, I am Mike Werman. He is Andrew Scaff. We are the Warning Track Power Hour, back again from a several-month coma. And thanks for watching. You can subscribe or like our feed. We promise to come back next week and throughout the NFL playoffs, and then once again to bring you many, many quality hours of mindless entertainment or mindful entertainment, either whichever you prefer. We listen to our viewers, all 6 to 8 of you.
Yes.
Anyway,
Great.
have a great day, and hope your team wins this weekend. Thanks, Andrew. It's always a pleasure.
Nailed it. Should we make one more bet as to who we think will do better? I will bet on you.
I'll bet on, yeah. It's like,
we will also bet on you, and then
ooh, that would be the worst. We'd both lose.